Kind of a funky opener, but we can consider potentially into something better. End here. Can on that tap land. All right, consider away. That gives us something good to do on turn 2. I'll take that. Land is good. All right, end here. Another tap land. Okay. I'll take our impulse draw. I like the terror in general. Land is okay. Let's take the terror here. All right. We're not doing badly this game. We would like to thirst. Let's see how badly we have to counter this coming spell. Not at all. Sweet. I think we get you going then. Opponent counters that. Okay. Sure. We do not have to land for Tolarian Terror, which would be pretty sweet. We can go Delver, hold Syncopate for 1, or just hold Thirst and Syncopate for X equals 2. Are there any 3 drops we really care about? Play Liliana. Liliana's not that bad. We really want to hit land for the Terror, I think. Terror's not that good into Liliana, though. Maybe it's Delver here. Okay, end. 4th land. Green, black, red, blue. Bankbuster. Can't counter that for X equals 1. So that goes through. Alright. Flipping would be okay. Yeah, that's fine. At least got some damage online. Do we thirst now? Just to hit the land? Probably not. Probably have to hold Syncopate, sadly. They know we have it, but at least we can make them play around it. Another tap land. That's not too bad for us. Alright, well, take a thirst here. Opponent picks off the Aberration, completely taps out. Okay. Well, that makes that choice easy. Now we can play the Terror and protect it with March, which I like. So even if they drop Liliana, and I don't know that they will anymore, now we're looking at some weird 5-color deck. 6 land. Jewel Thief. That's a card. Okay. Interesting. What else you got? That's it for the turn. Okay, sure. Consider is interesting. We attack first. Probably gonna play out this land no matter what. Alright, let's whack them for 5. See what they want to do about that. They eat it all. We got some counter spells. We got a little bit of card draw. We've already played our land for the turn, so let's just hang out here for a minute. Opponent tries to do joint exploration. I mean, if they want to play Titan next turn, we're just going to counter it. So I think we let that go. 2 to the bottom. No Titan for you. That's what this is, right? 5-color Titan Reanimator? I don't know. They take another draw. They're really digging for something here. It's all fine. Just hold our counter shields up. Alright, 7th land. 2 attackers. They don't attack with their Vigilance creature, which is fun. Do we need to Impulse here? Impulse here means we only have Syncopate for X equals 2. They could go removal, pay that. What if we do Consider instead? Then we can Syncopate for X equals 3. They can still pick off the Terror. I guess we can always just march away the Terror. So if we're going to march away the Terror for X equals 1, let's do it like this. This is pretty safe to do, I think. We should have enough mana to... That's pretty good. I'll take that. I don't even think there was stick there. Let's try Impulse as well. Land's okay. More Terror is just good, I think. And we can always march things away from a Meathook Massacre, for example. Land's good. Not gonna lie, I feel like this game's gone really well for us. We'll see what happens here, though. They eat it all. Let's at least drop 1 more. I'm gonna go Meathook for 5. I think we just drop it all. With double March and double Syncopate, I just have a hard time envisioning us not getting out of this alive. So that is a lot of mana. Let's let him pay for it first. So we can go Syncopate X equals 2. You only have 1 mana open to march to protect everyone. That's fine. We could also just march everyone now. For X equals 3. Take out one of the Syncopates. So we'll do X equals 3 here. Exile you. Protect everyone. Alright. Phase out until the start of my controller's next turn. Okay. So everyone's set for a bit. And then we have one more Syncopate around for our upkeep if they try to do anything else. Mountain. They try to slam the Titan. I guess they can pay the X equals 1. But again, we just phase out all their blockers on their turn. So it's not that big a deal. Alright, that's fine. 5 life and a Rhino. They should attack with their Vigilance creature. I think they've forgotten Jewel Thief has Vigilance. Alright, they get in there. That's fine. First damage of the game. They have blue open in case they have Spell Pierce, by the way. So we need to do X equals 4 here. And at least exile you, I think. Should be fine. 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's only creatures. Ah. Let's take one considered draw then. That's not what I wanted. Fading Hope is what I wanted. Alright. There we go. X equals 3 here. Submit you. Phase you guys out. They power up the Bank Buster, and we bounce the Bank Buster for lethal. Okay, resolve. And bounce you, bad boy. Sure. And they scoop. Alright. Nicely done. Looking like an okay keep. 2-lander. Drop, you get that Delver down on 1. On the play. I feel like I'm never on the play these days. Let's get it. Red. Do nothing. Decline. Okay. Well, not a whole lot going on this turn. Whack him for 1. No stick by the opponent. No play with fire. And here, hold Fading Hope. Second red. They drop an adversary. Okay. Now we could bounce that and scry. What do we most want? Land is good for the Djinn, honestly. Spells are okay. Alright. Let's see what we can get here. I want the scry more than anything else. Negate is not what you want. That's the worst possible draw. So let's put you on the bottom. Okay. That's good enough. Try to hit land this turn. I like that. Let's play the Djinn next turn. Red's going to have a little bit of an issue taking down the Djinn. They need 2 removal spells to get there. Third land. Squee. Okay, that's interesting. How much damage is that going to add up to over the course of the game? More than 0. Huh. Well, it's got to be the Djinn turn. I think we can race them back. It's kind of interesting. It's not guaranteed. But we're the first one to hit, at least. Djinn is only a 2/4 currently. Negate's cheap, but probably don't need it this turn. Right, I deployed the Djinn because they have to have double removal spells to get there. Fourth land, let's see if they have it. Attack all. I don't think we block. We don't want to take a lightning strike damage. We want to keep the Djinn. Try to attack him back, but this squee is going to actually do work this game. Down to 13. No, adversary. They dropped the firebrand. Okay. And we see a lightning strike on the aberration. Alright. He's getting a little dicey here. Now we're really looking for the terror, I would say. We start with a thirst, actually. Definitely dropping off. I think we drop off both negates, actually. Decline. Try to get the terror as cheap as possible here. And we can actually drop the Terror. Do we attack? Terror's pretty dang good. And we can also sacrifice it. They don't have enough mana to power up the Firebrand. If they can buff the Firebrand, that's bad. But then we maybe just lose, and that's okay. I think we attack and drop the Terror. Maybe block the Squee. Take 5. Try to get him close to lethal here. Alright. Deploy the Terror. It probably can't get through the Terror. 5th land. Adversary. Flashback Lightning Strike, potentially? Alright. Probably going face, I would imagine. Yep, face is the place. Now what? Attack with just Squee. Attack with you guys. Attack with you 3. Okay. Firebrand is maybe what we take out here. Squee's worth a lot of damage every turn. It's Firebrand, because they go land, pump squad, or give this guy +2/+2. That's pretty bad. I think. So we'll eat Squee. Drop down to 4. Does Fading Hope get there? It removes 1 token, but not both. Only gets us to 6 power off the Djinn. We attack with the Djinn, drop the Terror, go block, block, take 3, take 4. And we have Fading Hope, though, before combat. Alright. I think we push for it. Get in there like that. Maybe before combat, bounce the Squee. And there are a lot of different cards they could have. Pretty much, any burn spell to the face, and they win here. Make sure you turn on full control before they move to combat. I want to make sure we can bounce the Squee, if possible. Do they have anything down there? They do not, so it's just a Hasty Vampire. Could be a large Hasty Vampire. We'll see if they pump or not. Resolve. There's nothing down there. Alright, no pump. Phoenix Chick. Is that game? That might just be game here. We go block, block, take 4. Ah, they got us. Alright. Alright, they got us. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Bounce the Squee. So go block, block, take 5. And it doesn't really matter. If only we had a march here. Yep, eat you. Take 5. Alright, they got us. Post game. On the draw, Delver on 1. Make this work. Oh, it is the mirror. Okay. Well, let's get you down early. Sneak under counter magic. Resolves, of course. No Fading Hope. Okay. What is that? Maybe a Syncopate there? Decline. Alright, nothing to do on 2 here. Hold Impulse for their turn. Whack them for 1. Down to 19. End here. If they tap out, we can drop an Impulse, or we can Syncopate for X equals 1. They want to bounce you. That's fine. Should we take our Impulse now because we can? I guess we'd rather them counter the Impulse for some reason. So we can land our Djinn. So let's just eat that. 1 to the bottom. Good for me. Alright, we want them to counter this. For some reason. Then we can land the Djinn. Alright. More Impulse is going to be good in general. Getting a Terror down isn't bad. I mean, Negate's going to be crucial in this matchup. But we don't have protection for the Djinn. This coming turn, we can redeploy the Delver, I think. And hold another Impulse. We have Syncopate anyway. Yeah, let's do it like that. A lot of Syncopates. Play land. Drop Delver part 2. Again, try to get it under counter magic. This is the only creature that hits the battlefield for both of us the entire game. It's not bad. Okay, it sticks. Ends here. They want a Fading Hope again. That's fine. Let it go. They're just losing cards every turn. 1 to the top this time. Okay. Third land. Alright, we'll Impulse again here. March is very good. We do want to keep hitting lands though. So I think we can do that instead. Land is good. We don't need to drop the Jin into counter magic. I think we just keep deploying Delver. Just get that cheap threat on the board every single turn. Sticks yet again. And here. We have our Syncopates. We're successfully slipping under them. Alright, this time we don't have any decline. Land's okay, though. We don't have to drop the Jin into the hard counterspell. I guess if they go hard counterspell, we just Syncopate it. Do people run... I mean, one more land guarantees it, right? Right, if it's Urtai Scorn, they lose. They have to run Essence Scatter, which I don't think people run. Or the, you know, I think we go for it here. I think it's fine. I don't think people really run that card. Alright, opponent uses up a timer there. I don't know if they're roping us or they're just not sure what to do. Let's try this. Sticks. Wow. Okay. So they have nothing. They have no instance at all in their hand. It's just all Jins and Terrors. That's pretty weird. Alright, I think they're just roping us out at this point. I don't know if they're salty or they DC'd. Alright, they could have been salty, but I mean, they could have been DC, but I think they were just being salty. I don't know. That's too bad. I was actually looking forward to a good mirror match. Looks good here. Only we were on the play. Alright. Planes into Mechanic. Alright. Mono white. Negates not what you want to see. I think we get a Delver down here. See if they play out Thalia. That'll be pretty annoying. Attacks, no blocks. 2 to the face, down to 18. Adversary. Not a Thalia. Alright. I'm down for that. Sure. Can flip here. Impulse or Fading Hope this turn. Don't think we're blocking, so I think we're attacking. See what they deploy. Third land. 2 attackers. Fading Hope on the adversary isn't bad. Flips the race a little bit. Next we drop the Jin unprotected, potentially. Just hope they don't have Cathar. I think I'm okay with that. I really don't like this lifelink being able to race us. That's okay. But this coming turn, if we want to drop the Jin, it's not amazing. I think we want more protection for the Jin. They play out a Peacekeeper. Okay. They name the Jin. Alright, so Jin's very expensive here. We're still attacking. We could trade with the Peacekeeper. I don't love that. I think they're going to go land adversary. Can't trade with the Peacekeeper anyway. Yep, there it is. Oh, it's another Peacekeeper. Okay. I would like to Impulse. They might take the Terror. They might take the Impulse. Maybe we take the Impulse now. It's awkward. They'll just take whatever we Impulse anyway. Yeah, the name Impulse. Thing is, if you use Impulse, they just name whatever you got anyway, so it doesn't actually matter. Well, I guess down to 11. Looks like we're not quite getting out of this one. Best option is to get a Terror down somehow. I think we want as many things in the graveyard as possible. March is a good draw, in fact. Okay, that's pretty good. Can we race them via a March? We drop off Negate pretty easily here. Unfortunately, these cards are exiled. Well, they're going to play the adversary this turn anyway, so we're not going to have good blocks. Yep, there comes the adversary. All right. Let's go X equals 4. Negate, probably. We can almost drop off Negate and Impulse, but it is exiled. Let's drop off... Impulse is so expensive. Let's drop off Negate. Okay. Alright. So now they don't get the counter on the adversary, if that matters at all. Down to 9. We have an Impulse. If we play the Impulse, that drops the Terror down to 2 mana, so that's probably what we're doing. We can also deploy the Jin now, finally. Are we just dead, though? Deploy the Jin. Go block, block, take 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So close to dead. But it gives us a chance to play the Jhin, so I guess we do it like that. And this name's all impulses, right? So we might as well use this impulse now. More terror seems good. No attacks this time. All right, so, well, if they have an Adeline, they're pretty close to lethal. Another adversary hurts badly as well. Yeah. Okay. Pump squad. We got to trade here. We got to pick you off. And then we take 10. Dead. Wah! Did our best. Not bad on the play. Drop you. What do I want to consider into? Maybe more land. Maybe a counterspell for 2. Tap land by the opponent. Let's take a consider here. I mean, it's good in general. We can impulse into land this turn, I guess. Alright, well, we hit our land anyway. Let's end here. Let's impulse into counter magic to pair with the Jhin on 4 if we can. Another tap land. Alright, well, they're giving us ample opportunity here. Use the more expensive impulse. There's the negate we want. So I guess we take that. Double negate. Alright. This turn we want to thirst. Hit one more land. And then go Jhin plus negate. They drop a Fable. That's pretty bad, though. If we go Jhin plus negate, do we just win? We could top deck the land anyway. So let's go like this. And we can also play out Consider here and try to hit land that way. It's not a land, so we bin that. It's not a land either. It is a land. Okay. So now we go Jhin plus negate. And hope they don't have double removal. Which they could, but we have one more Jhin to go. Liliana, they want us to sack the creature. I say nope. And we don't have more protection. We would like more protection. Let's take a thirst here. Drop off one of you. Terra's looking pretty juicy right now. Probably play you out. Let the Terror hold Fading Hope and Thirst. Whack him for 7. Okay, in there. They go Liliana again. I don't know if we drop the Jhin or the Terror. They do. I think we might drop the Jhin here. The Terror is really annoying for them to deal with. Okay.
This is my home, and I don't appreciate it when people touch my things.
I think we can take a look first before we decide. Wow, okay. Probably drop off Odoar. I love negate. We don't need Delver either. Let's do it like that. And I do think we drop the Jhin.
One of your friends has to leave.
I think the Terror is harder to deal with. Yeah, let's do it like that. Do we care if they plus Liliana? Not really sure that we do. Play you hold negate and Fading Hope. I think we push for lethal instead. When it drops to 8. Play out the Jhin. And we just hold both these. Drop off the island to the plus on the Liliana. I think that's fine. We just have to protect the Jhin and we win. Okay. What you got? Grixis. Swamp. They take their plus first. That's fine. Drop off the island. They drop off Kaito Shizuki. They want to Voltage Surge there for 2. That's not it alone. Let's see another one. Try again. Attempt to counter you. Let's see if they have a third one. They scoop. All right. Did the thing. Welcome to the post-game deck tech. Mono blue tempo is very fun when it pops off and slightly less fun when it doesn't do the thing and all the pieces don't quite come together. There are 3 core strategies here. Number 1 is deploy Delver on 1, get under your opponent's counter magic, get under their removal, and then protect it for the rest of the game while it chips away at your opponent. That can get you there. Strategy number 2 is the main core strategy, is you drop the Jhin on turn 4 when you have 4 lands. You have 1 mana left over. Your opponent goes, they play their 4th land, and they use Infernal Grasp, and you have the negate, and it only costs 1 blue because Jhin has made it cheaper. For this reason, I'm running 4 copies of negate because this is really an essential part of the strategy if you are instead relying on Make Disappear. That doesn't work because they play Infernal Grasp, and then they still have 2 mana left over to pay for the tax. Same with Spell Pierce, and similar issue with Syncopate. So I'm running 4 negates, even though it only hits non-creature spells. Also, man, non-creatures are very dominant right now. Or there's a lot of good targets for negate. Invoke Despair, you know, Wedding Announcement, Kiki Jiki, Liliana. There's all sorts of good copies or targets for negate. So you're not gonna want for. You can even use it on a burn spell against any red aggressive deck. So it's pretty good regardless. Strategy number 3 is just drop the Terror. Over the course of the game, things fill into the graveyard, make the Terror super cheap, and you can slam a 1 or 2 mana 5/5 War 2 onto the battlefield, which can stabilize quite well and get through most issues. So that is the deck. There are a couple changes I would make. I think I'd drop 2 copies of Syncopate and put in 2 copies of Make Disappear. They each have their places. They each have their moments. Get a little more versatility in there. But I would keep the 2 copies of March. I mean, this card is so strong when it does the thing you want it to do. So I liked it in there a lot. I would not run Flip the Switch. I don't think the 2/2 zombie is what does it. Maybe people play this card because if you have double Jhin, it drops the cost, I imagine, down from 3 just to 1. Whereas Urtai Scorn only drops to 1 if they double spell on the turn. I've thought about putting Urtai Scorn in the deck. You could maybe cut 1 Thirst for it, but Thirst just does so well with everything else in terms of filling the graveyard to power up the Jhin and the Terra that I don't really want to cut 1. You could maybe cut 1 Thirst for a Scorn, but I like all the Thirsts in there. So that's the deck. As always, if you enjoyed today's video, then hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and leave a comment. I'm Dr. Ruckus, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.